I'm 78 years old. My name is Dorothy. I was a nurse for 34 years. I've been a widow for 6 years. I have 1 daughter, 2 grandchildren. The doctor told me 3 weeks ago that I have 8 to 12 weeks left, maybe less. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4. There's nothing they can do. I don't have much time, and there's something I need to tell you before I go. Something I've been carrying for 40 years. I waited my whole life for the perfect moment to tell my daughter I love her, not the casual, "Love you, honey," I said while cooking dinner or rushing out the door. The real one, the one where I could sit down with her, look her in the eyes, and tell her what she truly means to me. I was saving it, like you save good china for special occasions. I never used it, and now I'm dying and I have 40 years of "I love you" that I never really said. This is hard to admit, but I'm going to tell you exactly how I let the most important words go unspoken for 4 decades because I was waiting for a moment that never came. It started in 1985. I was 37. My daughter Emily was 12. I read an article in a parenting magazine. I still remember the title, "Don't Cheapen I Love You, Make It Mean Something." The article said that parents say "I love you" so often that it becomes automatic, meaningless, like saying "bless you" after someone sneezes. The advice was to wait. Save those words for moments that matter. Make your child understand that when you say it, it's real. It made sense to me. My husband Jack said, "I love you" constantly. Every morning, every phone call, every time one of us left the house. After a while, it just sounded like noise. Background music. I wanted to be different. I wanted Emily to know that when I said those words, I meant them with everything I had. So I decided to wait. Wait for the right moment. The perfect moment, when we could sit together without distractions. When I could explain how deeply I meant it. When she could really hear me. I told myself I'd know it when it happened, but we were always so busy. School, work, dinner, homework, her dance classes, my shifts at the hospital. There was never time, never the right quiet space. I'd think, this weekend we'll have a moment. But weekends were laundry and groceries and errands and her friends coming over. Maybe on her birthday, I'd think. But birthdays were parties and chaos and other people. So I kept waiting, and I kept saying "love you, honey" in that casual way while scrambling eggs, while she was walking out the door, while folding her laundry, but never the "I love you." The one I was saving. The years passed. The pattern continued. When Emily was 15, I thought soon. She's growing up. We'll have mother-daughter talks. That's when I'll say it. But she was 15. She was angry all the time, slamming doors, rolling her eyes. Every conversation was a fight. I couldn't say something that important when she hated me half the time. I'll wait, I told myself, until this phase passes. When she was 18 and leaving for college, I thought, this is it. This is the moment. We loaded up her car. We drove to her dorm. We unloaded her boxes. I hugged her goodbye. And I said, "Love you, Em. Call me when you get settled." Not the real thing, because there were other parents around, other students. It didn't feel private enough, special enough. I'll say it at Christmas, I thought, when she comes home. But Christmas was hectic. My mother-in-law was visiting. Jack's brother and his family came. The house was full of people. There was no quiet moment. When she was 22 and getting married, I thought, at the wedding, that's when I'll tell her. The morning of her wedding, I went to her room. She was getting her makeup done. 3 bridesmaids were there. The photographer was clicking away. I stood in the doorway and watched her, my little girl in a wedding dress. I thought, after the ceremony, when things calmed down, but after the ceremony was the reception, the dancing, the speeches, the cake, the goodbyes. I hugged her at the end of the night and said, "You looked beautiful today, honey." Not the real thing. I'll tell her when she has her first baby, I thought. That's the perfect mother-daughter moment. She had her first baby when she was 30, a boy, Matthew. I flew out to help her. I stayed for 2 weeks. I thought I'd have so many quiet moments with her. New mother, exhausted, vulnerable. That's when you have the deep talks, right? But she was exhausted, truly exhausted. Every conversation was interrupted by the baby crying or her falling asleep mid-sentence. I couldn't burden her with something heavy when she was barely functioning. Later, I told myself, when she's not so tired, year after year after year, the moment was never quite right. Too busy, too distracted, too many people around, too much going on, too tired, too stressed, too angry, too rushed, always later. I kept saying the casual version, "Love you, Em," quick, easy, meaningless. But the real thing, the one that mattered, I kept it locked away, waiting. Jack died 6 years ago. Heart attack. He was 72. At his funeral, Emily gave the eulogy. She talked about how he always told her he loved her, every single day, even when she was a bratty teenager, even when she forgot to call. Even in his last voicemail to her 3 hours before he died, "Love you, kiddo. Talk soon." She said, "Dad made sure I always knew I was loved." She didn't say anything about me. After the funeral, we sat in my kitchen, just the two of us, finally alone, finally quiet. This was it. This was the moment I'd been waiting for. But I was grieving. She was grieving. It felt wrong to make it about me, to make it about us. Not now, I thought. She needs space. So I said, "Do you want more coffee?" And she said, "No, I should get going. The kids are with the sitter." And she left. Another moment gone. You're doing this, you don't see it yet. You think you're being thoughtful, intentional, waiting for the moment to mean something. That's what I told myself for 40 years. But here's the truth. You're not waiting for the perfect moment. You're afraid of the imperfect one. You're afraid that if you say it during a regular Tuesday, it won't land right. It won't be special enough. They won't really hear you. So you wait, and wait, and wait. And society tells you you're right to wait. Actions speak louder than words. Show them you love them. Don't just say it. Quality over quantity. Everyone agreed with me. I was being meaningful, intentional, deep. No one told me that my daughter needed to hear it. Not someday. Not in some perfect future moment. Every single day. I did this with other people too. My mother lived with us for the last 3 years of her life, dementia. She didn't always know who I was, but sometimes she'd have clear moments. She'd look at me and smile and say my name, and I'd think I should tell her. Tell her I'm grateful. Tell her she was a good mother. Tell her I love her. But I'd get shy. Emotional. I'd tear up and she'd ask what's wrong and I'd say, "Nothing, Mom." And the moment would pass. I told myself I'd tell her when she was having a really good day. A day where she'd remember it. She died on a Tuesday. Quiet, peaceful. I was holding her hand. Her last clear words to me 3 days before she died, "You're a good daughter, Dorothy." I said, "Thanks, Mom." Not "I love you." Not "You're a good mother." Not "Thank you for everything." Just "Thanks, Mom." I see my daughter doing it now, too. Last year at Christmas, my grandson Matthew turned 18. He's going to college in the fall. Emily kept looking at him all day. I could see it in her face. She wanted to tell him something big, something important. But the house was full of people. Dinner was cooking. Her husband was telling a story. Matthew was on his phone. She didn't say it. Later, I could see her thinking, when it's just us. But later never came. He left the next day to visit his girlfriend's family, and I wanted to grab her and say, Emily, stop, tell him now, right now. Don't wait for perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. But I didn't say that either, because I'm the last person who should be giving that advice. 3 weeks ago, I went to the doctor because I'd been losing weight, feeling tired, pain in my abdomen. They did tests, scans, blood work, pancreatic cancer, stage 4, spread to my liver. The doctor said, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. You have 8 to 12 weeks, maybe a little more if you're lucky. I sat in that office and everything just stopped. All the future moments I'd been saving disappeared. Gone. Like turning off a light. There would be no later. No next year. No when things calmed down. This was it. I drove home and sat in my living room for 3 hours. Just sat there, thinking about all the moments I'd waited for, all the perfect conversations I'd imagined having. None of them were going to happen. 4 days after my diagnosis, Emily came to visit. She brought flowers. She sat on the edge of my bed. We talked for 30 minutes. About the weather, about the kids. About whether I needed anything from the store. 30 minutes. Just the two of us. Quiet. Alone. It was perfect. And I didn't say it. Even then, even knowing I was dying, I waited. I told myself I'd say it when she was leaving, at the door, when it could be the last thing she heard. But when she got up to leave, I panicked. What if she cried? What if it made it too real? What if she couldn't drive home because she was too upset? So I said, thanks for coming, honey. Drive safe. She left. I sat there and realized I just had the perfect moment I'd been waiting 40 years for, and I still didn't use it. What was I waiting for? A moment even more perfect than that? There aren't any more perfect moments. I'm out of time. So what do you do instead? Here's what I wish I'd known when Emily was 12 years old. Number 1. The perfect moment is any moment you're both alive. That's it. That's the only requirement. You're standing in the kitchen making toast? Perfect moment. You're in the car at a red light? Perfect moment. You're folding the laundry? Perfect moment. Stop waiting for candlelight and quiet music and deep eye contact. Those moments are rare, and if you're only saying important things during rare moments, you're not saying them. Say it on a Tuesday. Say it while you're doing dishes. Say it while they're scrolling their phone and half listening. Say it anyway. Number 2, imperfect words said are infinitely better than perfect words saved. For 40 years, I had this beautiful speech planned in my head. Exactly what I'd say to Emily. How I'd explain what she meant to me. The exact right words. I never said it because I was waiting to say it perfectly. You know what would have been better? Saying it badly, stumbling through it, getting emotional and losing the words halfway through. At least you would have heard it. Don't wait until you can say it right. Say it now. Say it wrong. Say it messy. They won't remember your phrasing. They'll remember that you said it. Number 3. Stop making I love you so heavy that you can't lift it. I turned I love you into this enormous thing. This sacred declaration that required the perfect setting and perfect timing. So I never said it. If I had just said it casually, really meant it, but said it casually, I could have said it 10,000 times. My husband had it right. He said, "I love you," while taking out the trash, while reading the paper, while brushing his teeth. I thought he was cheapening it. He was normalizing it, making it part of our daily language, making sure we never went a day without hearing it. Start today. Say "I love you" to someone you love. Not in a big moment, in a small one, while you're making coffee, while you're watching TV, while you're walking to your car. Make it normal, make it constant, make it impossible for them to forget. Number 4, notice when you're waiting and ask yourself what you're waiting for. I spent 40 years waiting. If someone had asked me, "What exactly are you waiting for?" I wouldn't have had an answer. A moment with no distractions? Those don't exist. A moment when we're both emotional and open? You can't schedule those. A moment when I have the perfect words? I had 40 years to find them and never did. If you notice yourself thinking, "I'll tell them later," or "I'll do that when," stop. Ask yourself, what am I actually waiting for? 9 times out of 10, you're just scared of being vulnerable, scared of it not landing right, scared of the intimacy. Do it anyway. The fear doesn't go away, but the time does. Number 5, your kids need to hear it from you, specifically now. Emily heard "I love you" from her father every day, from her husband, from her friends, from her kids. But she needed to hear it from me. Mothers and daughters have a different language, a different weight. She needed to know that I, the person who raised her, who knows her best, who sees all her flaws and loves her anyway, she needed to hear it from me. Not someday, now. If you have kids, they need to hear it from you. Your specific voice, your specific love. Don't assume they know. Don't assume someone else is saying it enough. Don't assume you've shown it so you don't need to say it. Say it out loud. Today. Number 6, people don't remember your perfect moments. They remember your consistent ones. I thought I was saving up for one big beautiful moment that Emily would remember forever. You know what she'll actually remember? Her father saying, "Love you, kiddo," every single time he hung up the phone. Every single time. That's what stuck. Not because it was special, because it was constant. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Start a habit today. Every time you say goodbye, say "I love you." Every night before bed, every morning, every phone call. Make it so constant that its absence would be shocking. Number 7, write it down if you can't say it out loud. If you're like me and you freeze up when you try to say it, write it down. A note, a text, an email, a card. I thought writing it down was cheating. Not as meaningful as saying it face to face. But you know what's less meaningful? Never saying it at all. If speaking feels too hard, write it. Put it in their lunch. Leave it on their pillow. Text it to them right now. They won't care that it's written. They'll care that you said it. Number 8. Don't wait for them to be ready. They're ready now. I told myself Emily wasn't ready to hear it. She was too young, too angry, too busy, too stressed, too distracted. That was my fear talking. She was ready. She'd been ready since she was 12 years old. She'd been waiting. Your people are ready now. They want to hear it, even if they're distracted, even if they're difficult, even if they're pulling away. Maybe especially then. Don't wait for them to seem open. Say it anyway. Number 9, practice on smaller things first. If I love you feels too big, start smaller. I'm proud of you. I'm grateful for you. You make my life better. Practice saying important things out loud. Practice being vulnerable in small doses. It gets easier, I promise. And then one day, I love you won't feel like moving a mountain. It'll feel like breathing. Number 10, imagine this is your last conversation. What do you wish you'd said? This is the only thing that finally got me to say it. 3 days ago, I called Emily. She answered on the second ring. Hi, Mom. How are you feeling? And I thought, what if this is the last time I hear her voice? What if I don't get another call? So I said it. Emily, I need to tell you something. I love you, not the casual way I usually say it. I mean really love you. You are the best thing I ever did with my life. You are kind and smart and strong, and I am so proud to be your mother. I should have told you this every single day for 40 years, and I didn't, and I'm sorry. There was silence on the other end. Then she started crying. Mom, she said, I've been waiting my whole life to hear you say that. We both cried. For 10 minutes, we just cried. Then she said, I love you too, Mom. I always have. And I realized we'd both been waiting, both holding back, both afraid. What a waste. Yesterday, Emily came over. She brought the kids. We made cookies. While we were rolling out dough, I said, I love you, Em. She looked up, surprised, then smiled. I love you too, Mom. This morning, she texted me, thinking of you, love you. I texted back, love you more. Tonight she called just to talk. Before we hung up, she said, love you, Mom. I said, I love you too, sweetheart. We're saying it now, every day, multiple times a day. I finally stopped waiting for perfect, but I have 40 years of silence. I can't get back. 14,600 days where I could have said it and didn't. 14,600 opportunities I threw away because I was waiting for one perfect one. Last week I found something in my nightstand, a card Emily made me for Mother's Day when she was 8 years old. Front of the card, to the best mom in crayon, a drawing of us holding hands. Inside, I love you, Mommy. Do you love me? Do you love me? She was 8 years old and she was asking, and I never answered. Not really, not in the way she needed. I thought I was showing her by making her lunches and driving her to dance and helping with homework and paying for college. But she needed the words. She needed me to say it. I sit here now and I go through every moment I could have said it. Every dinner. Every bedtime, every phone call, every visit, thousands and thousands of moments. And I was waiting. For what? For a moment more perfect than all of those? There is no more perfect moment than your child asking, do you love me? And you answering yes, more than anything. I had that moment when she was 8 and every day after, and I saved my answer for later. The hospice nurse comes tomorrow to set up equipment. Emily is moving in next week to help take care of me. She's bringing the boys. I want to be here, she said. I want every minute with you. Every minute. She's not waiting anymore either. We're not wasting time talking about the weather or being polite or holding back. We're saying everything. All of it. The important stuff and the silly stuff and the hard stuff. Yesterday she asked me, Mom, why did you wait so long to tell me? I could have made excuses, but I didn't. I was scared, I said. I thought if I waited for the perfect moment, it would mean more. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. She held my hand. I waited too, she said. I was scared you didn't want to hear it. Two people who love each other, both silent for 40 years, both waiting. It's the saddest thing I can imagine. I don't have much time left. The doctors said 8 to 12 weeks 3 weeks ago. So maybe 5 to 9 weeks now. Maybe less. I'm not afraid of dying. I've been a nurse. I've seen it enough times. I know how it goes. What I'm afraid of is this, that I'll die, and Emily will think of all the time she wanted to tell me something and didn't, all the time she waited for a better moment, that she'll waste the rest of her life the way I wasted mine. So I told her yesterday, don't do what I did. Tell your boys you love them every single day. Say it so often they roll their eyes. Say it when it's convenient and when it's not. Say it when you're angry and when you're tired and when you're distracted. Say it badly. Say it quickly. Just say it. She promised me she would. This morning I got a text from her. It told Matthew I love him while he was eating cereal. He said, "Love you too, Mom," with his mouth full. It was perfect. That's exactly right. That is perfect. If someone in your life loves you, stop reading this right now. Put this down. Go find them. You don't need to plan a speech. You don't need the perfect setting. You don't need to wait until you're both calm and present and undistracted. Just say it. I love you. 3 words. That's all. If they're in the other room, go tell them. If they're at work, call them. If they live far away, text them right now. Don't wait for tonight. Don't wait for a special occasion. They don't wait for a special occasion. They don't need special. They need now. Emily is downstairs making tea. I can hear her in the kitchen. In a minute, when she brings it up, I'm going to tell her I love her again, for the 3rd time today, and tomorrow I'll say it 4 times. And the next day 5. I'm going to say it so many times in these last weeks that she'll never doubt it, never wonder, never wish she'd heard it more. I can't get back the 40 years I wasted, but I can give her these last weeks, every single word I should have said. It's too late for me to fix my mistake. It's not too late for you. They're still here. You still have time. Don't waste it waiting.